Hi everyone, I'm Shane and I'm going to be doing a let's play of a Fire Emblem ROM hack by the name Fire Emblem Black Fang. So just to give a brief overview, this is a game that was created by HHS. It was initially started by HHS and a friend of his called Mariobro3828 back when the ROM hack was titled Fire Emblem Decay of Fangs, and since then, when it was released, it was renamed Fire Emblem Black Fang. I may not have all of the details right, but I at least wanted to give credit to the creator. So this is, well, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's basically that what happens in non-canon, of course, after the end of the events of Fire Emblem 7. And yeah, so I'm sure everyone's already seen this intro. I'll probably just jump right into things. So this is my first time really recording anything, so I apologize that the audio and stuff might not be that awesome, but I hope you can bear with me and enjoy watching. Here's the title screen, Fire Emblem Black Fang. Black Fang was a highly honorable mercenary group of great power. In their golden ages under Brendan Reed, they prospered to their full potential. But this prosperity soon vanished with Nurgle's lust for power. His campaign was soon stopped by Eliwood of Foray, and in the process the Fang lost the vast majority of their leadership, including the entire Reed family. It was truly a dark age for the Fang. However, the Fang was not completely annihilated. A few relatively unknown yet important survivors remained. The end of one story sparks the beginning of another. Herein begins Decay of the Fangs. Prologue, the Bounty. Heh, take a look at my tremendous power. You can't defeat me. I will drain the quintessence of every one of you. You insane fool. I cannot allow you to harm my friends further. For the honor of the nomads of Decay, we will defeat you. Already, words are useless. As an old friend, I will fulfill my duty. So the question is, did your Athos insta-crit Nurgle? Why? Why must I lose? More power. I must be stronger. Why did I want power? Vanir? Don't understand, but... God, not like this. I will not die like this. With my last breath, tremble in despair. Ha 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 ha. Damn, I'm too late. Who could this mystery thief or assassin be? What's the news? Nurgle is dead. No! He was the only one with the forces now to avenge the Reeds. The chain of command is pretty broken, but you and Ellen are next in line to lead the Fang. To lead what's left of it. What's the first step? I'd sink their boats and leave them stranded on the island. But Pirate Captain Fargus is on the lookout. It would delay us too much. Ellawood's army would close in behind us. There's only one option. We must escape and resign the Black Fang. Yeah, as soon as I get an option 2, I'm going to change the text fast, so there's not so many gaps in me reading over this text. Are you insane? The Reeds built this army from nothing, unlike those pampered nobles. They know nothing of brotherhood or loss. I am going to change that. You fool! Do you not even realize the consequences of even retaining our current name? Everyone will still think. Hold your tongue. I hear something outside. Sorry for the text skip earlier. I don't think that was the game. Who are you? Are you Chadwick of the Black Fang? What of it? You and your friends are under arrest. Are you kidding? You don't have any authority on this island. Ellawood of Foray has given us the authority to arrest anyone who survives the Battle of Dragon's Gate. How convenient for Ellawood to be able to arrest anyone anywhere. But that's not how it works with us. It's once we're cornered that we bear our fangs. So be it. We will have to take you by force then. Brothers, come out. Show them the consequences of resisting justice. Better to fight them than amongst ourselves. Black Fang, form up. Miguel and I will stay back to protect the fortress. Alright. Jonas and Luke, get down here. Alright, so we're in. So of course, first we need to speed things up. Okay. So this is Alan, a wise Arc Sage who wishes to purify the Black Fang. So we saw that in the cutscene that Alan and this guy here, Chadwick, are the two leaders of the Black Fang now that the rest of the Black Fang is dead. So Chadwick is the Black Fang's new leader, cynical but persistent. This is Miguel, always a step ahead of his foe, confident and skilled. And then this is Anthony, Chadwick's personal bodyguard, gentle and quiet. And over here we have Brad, a vigilante with high morals when it's convenient to him. So we can check these enemies if there's anything interesting. So we see Brad drops a steel sword. And yeah, nothing super exciting. So yeah, let's get into it. So there's a custom animation for Chadwick, which is pretty cool. Anthony, I'll have talk to Chadwick. I guess you're hell-bent on fighting these guys off. I can't buy them off, I have nothing of value. No, I guess that's true. And you certainly don't want to try and talk them down? You heard the man, they're going to arrest us. Failure means death. Those are the rules, aren't they? I always figured they were more guidelines than rules. Sigh, I'm going. So I think in this chapter there are unique conversations for each pair of characters. So I've played this game once before it was Black Fang, when it was just called the Decay of Fangs, as I mentioned. And at least on this version, I'm playing version 1.7. It's not the latest version. But you'll notice in the map sprite for Anthony here in the bottom left, it's actually using his old sprite. Or, yeah. But if you go in here, you can see his proper updated sprite. So that's just a bit of trivia. So I'll probably try to show more character interactions later, but for now I'll focus on defeating the enemies. Okay, it looks like I was wrong and not all of the characters have unique conversations. Sorry we're late. Where were you guys? We were looking for spare weapons, supplies are running low. Figures. Well, it looks like we're going to have to leave Dread Isle after all. Enough chit-chat, let's rip through them. So we have these two new characters now. So this is Luke, a man who lives for battle, stubborn yet confident. And this is Jonas, a constantly underestimated think tank, Chadwick's right-hand man. So let's talk with Luke. Got any bright ideas, head wrap? I don't think there was any trick to this battle, or I didn't think. It seems pretty straightforward. Nothing about using the terrain to our advantage? I have no intention of patronizing you, Luke. You know what to do, and I'm not looking for a fight. Well, I am, and you're lucky there are a bunch of hosers around. Because I'm about to break bones. He's wearing a head wrap too. Chadwick can also talk. Luke, yeah bro, you're not killing enough people. He hasn't even fought yet. I don't want Jonas outclassing you. He's already got more brains than you. Ha! Just because I'm an axeman who loves violence doesn't mean I'm dumb. But yes, Jonas is admittedly pretty sharp. Doesn't seem too comfortable with people outside the group though. I, on the other hand, am charismatic to a fault. Ha! Yeah, no doubt. He lacks a certain grace with strangers, but he's not as damn judgmental as you, fat neck. Ha ha ha! This is true. I sure hate people. Speaking of which, stop distracting me. I need to kill some bitches. I'm not sure if Anthony... Okay, Anthony can speak with Jonas. Anthony, most of those thugs are using axes, but they don't look like they're tough enough to bend steel. My swordplay is probably better for this sort of situation. No offense intended. As long as I tilt my lances, it'll keep strain off the pole. I'll be fine. Alright, good to hear. I'd really rather he do the fighting though. So we can already start to see some character even just in this prologue, because we can see Anthony's not very interested, or at least he's reluctant to be fighting. Merrick, where are you going? Assassins don't explain themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alright. You picking daisies out here? You don't like killing people a whole lot, do you? Not particularly. What kind of assassin are you? I'm not a cleaner, I'm a defender. I just need to make sure no one sneaks up and stabs Chadwick in the back. Well, I'm a kick the shit out of anything that I don't like her. And I'm not convinced you're earning your keep. As long as I can keep an eye on our loose cannons for any kind of treachery, I am earning my keep. You suggesting something? No, of course not. So please excuse that my navigating of these menus are a bit slow. I'm not super used to this controller. So if it's not clear yet, Chadwick is essentially the lord of this ROM hack. So the way I'm feeding experience to the different characters is sort of based on what I know from playing this before. Yeah. So I'll have Chadwick talk to Jonas, and I think that'll be all the conversations. It's kind of hard to tell from here, but it looks like that guy has a steel sword. I wouldn't mind taking it off his hands. You think you can barrage him with ranged attacks? Yeah, these guys don't seem to have any real strategy. That do-gooder has done a nice job of trying to sound heroic while hiding in his little fort. I can flush him out with a few energy fluxes. With our brains and Luke and Anthony's bronze, this should be over in no time. Speaking of those two, why aren't the other two coming out with us? You mean Alan and Miguel? They're protecting the fort. Why? We just came out from there. There's nothing of value left inside. Why don't you ask them? Chadwick, to be honest, I'm worried about Keegan. He's waiting for us in Badon. What if we can't get back? He'll be fine. Keegan may be, well, insane. But he's my brother and he knows how to play with fire. Alright, well let's hurry up and settle this so we can meet up with him before too long. Agreed. Wow, Chadwick's dodging everything. I think this is our very first level up. Looks pretty decent. Alright. So unfortunately I can't get any trained bonus against this X dude. So I'll just move ahead, I suppose. I don't want to leave Luke too far behind. So I think the house healing this mage here is a unique aspect of this ROM hack. So you can get heals on houses. So obviously with this chapter there's no huge threat because we're not even out of the prologue. None of my characters have even taken damage yet except for Chadwick, so yeah. Fine, I guess I'll attack with Jonas. So I basically did that rescue chain so that I'd have an opportunity to get the kill on this brigand with Luke, but I think he's too far away now. Unless I want to use my hand axe. I think I'll pass. So I think the brigand ran away because its AI told it to go heal on these forts. Yeah, so the damage vigilante is almost made away now. I think I'd prefer Jonas to be on that tree if possible, but it seems that won't work out. The reason I'd prefer Jonas on the tree is because of his weapon triangle advantage against all these axe wielders, but I'll just plant Luke on the tree, and then I'll finish this vigilante off with Chadwick. I think after this turn I'll turn off animations because it's not terribly exciting now, aside from Chadwick's cool custom animation. I'm hoping I don't need to reset already because Jonas appears to not be doing so hot. Alright. I didn't mean to press A there, but it should be okay. I'll take this vigilante out with Chadwick. Alright, I was going to turn the animations off. That was pretty nice. Let's turn it on just for Chadwick. Are you with the Black Fang? These good men have told me of your deeds, how many people you've killed. Of nothing to do with your foul kind. Now get out of my house, shoo! Ouch. None of the other ones should be in range though, so that should be fine. It's sort of regrettable that I gave 2 levels to Chadwick so far and haven't been able to level anyone else up yet. I don't like those odds. Chadwick is just way too strong in this first chapter. What? Impossible. They've come this far? They're just the charred remains of a former beast. I guess we're going to have to pull out all of the stops. Brothers, attack with all your might. We must stop them before they break loose and cause further tragedies. I couldn't tell if that was just new enemies appearing on the map or just the enemies that are already there moving. But regardless. I do. Oh, okay, good. I was hoping Luke would hit. Okay, that's not great level up, but well, I might as well do the support. Something wrong? No, everything is going as planned. Well then, carry on. Fourth guy, hold up. Fourth guy? That's what McClear, the insane pirate, kept calling me. Dude still gives me chills. How do you feel about this battle, though? Luke is loving it. You're not fond of him, huh? I don't know. I know he has good traits, but I'm just not really comfortable around him like I am with you and Keegan. He's trustworthy, though. I can't imagine him having an agenda. No, you're right. His attention span is pretty much maxed out on violence and gore. Speaking of which, I'd better get back to that. Hey, wait. Did he ever tell me what he thought of our tactics? It would be a bit funny if that conversation had happened and Luke was benched. So I guess, as can be told so far, the sword guy, Jonas, he's sort of like the strategian or tactician of the group. So let's move Chadwick here. I'm not sure if that's the wisest choice, but that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna sort of let them break themselves against me here on the fort. And I know this is pretty terrible in terms of turns, but I guess I'm just playing a little defensively and trying to spread out the experience as best I can. Jonas's first level up. Speed is good. I believe Chadwick is in range now, so I'll let him back off. I think Luke and Jonas are doing reasonably well. I don't think any of them is going to take them out in this next turn. So I'm sure this isn't the most riveting gameplay to watch. But yeah, I'm just taking it slow, I guess. Alright. Oh, that could have been really bad. I definitely should have checked that because I don't particularly want to use my vulnerary. But I think if Luke hits, he'll just die. I think I'll prefer to give the experience to Luke. So there we go. We can move Jonas further over and let Chadwick heal a little. Can't recall if... No, Anthony doesn't have vulnerary on him. I can't recall if these... Okay, they do move. So I see where Jonas is already doubling, so that's a good sign. Now, that might have just screwed me if this boss moves. Yeah. Oh well. I'll see what happens. Another level up for Jonas. Okay, the boss doesn't move. Good. Oh. Well, I don't want Jonas to take more damage. Yeah, it's basically a surefire thing. I do want to give Luke more experience though. Well, there you go anyway. So as for this boss, I do wish I hadn't have to use any vulnerary uses yet, but so Luke certainly doesn't fare too well against him, but I can get people in position. I can try to get some chip damage. Black Fang, your campaign ends here. In the name of Eliwood Frey, I will defeat you. Alright, let's see if he can defeat us. Yeah, that's not great either. I think it's sort of meant for us to take this guy out with Chadwick. And he won't move anyway, so it's basically you can just kill him for free. That's annoying. So this was a kill if it hits, which it didn't. Yeah, I still don't like those odds on Jonas, so I don't want to play too riskily. I can menu faster with the keyboard, but I do think my mic does pick that up, but my mic might also pick up the sounds of my controller right now. I could play with my keyboard, but I work in a job where I'm typing a lot, and I'd prefer to use my controller just so that I'm not continuing to be typing all the time. So again, I apologize that the menuing is a bit slow. That might be annoying. But those are my reasons why, at least. You can kill him whenever you feel like it, Chadwick. Thank you. But Elliowood said there was only... Alright, and that concludes the action of the chapter, and we gained a steel sword. Everyone here? Of course, not even one casualty. We are well on our way back up. How can you be so foolish? We are being hunted. These bounty hunters were weak. There will be others. Continuing down this path is suicide. We can take him. I guess I shouldn't have Max on if it's gonna text skip like that. Anyway, something about continue to grow, more foes just means more blood. We will not sacrifice all the reeds have worked for. We will continue the glory of the Black Fang. We will not run from who we are. I don't believe this. Need I remind you of the futile uphill battle we face? Ellen, let it go. Words alone will not penetrate the thick skulls of the overzealous. If we are to survive, we must part ways. If they are lucky enough to survive the trials that await them, then maybe we shall rejoin one day. We're really splitting with Miguel and Alan? Are you sure we can't trade away one of the other two guys? Hell, it'd be worth Luke and Anthony for just one of them. Yeah, but it doesn't work like that. Our fights will certainly be harder without them, but we'll survive. I suppose you're right. Besides, if we do well enough, they could be working for us someday. Is that really at all important? Yes, with Miguel as my butler and Alan reading me bedtime stories. I will be the mercenary king! You have shit priorities. Alright guys, I have a port in mind. From there, our destination is Badon. From there, I'm not sure how things will turn out, but we're going to try to rebuild the Black Fang, even if it means running away from Elliowood for now. Understood? Running away? You've got to be kidding me. I didn't see any text there at all. As long as I get to pile up the bodies in the end, I guess I'll do whatever we need to survive. And with these text skips, so of course I should move this off of max speed. But as well, as I said, this is version 1.7 of the ROM hack, so it's possible some of these were fixed in later versions. That's what I thought. Let's move out, guys. Hi everyone. So earlier in the video I forgot to show off some dialogue, so Chadwick can actually speak to both Alan and Miguel. So so I'm just going to show that dialogue now. So you're just going to stay here? Yes. Defending the fort? You bet. The fort that has nothing valuable in it. Alright, listen. I'm not wasting a silver bow on a band of red gem sellswords. Aren't you worried one of us could get killed? No. No, just no. First, it's not gonna happen. And second, I sort of expect you to die within the next 2 years. On what grounds? Me, Venom, and Elton have a bet running. If you die in the next 2 years, I win the bet. I can fake my death and split the winnings with you. Or I can just snipe you and take what's mine. What's on the table? Nothing. I just want to be right. I almost always am. Well, forget it. I'm never going to die. Never. I bet I could prove you wrong. Alright. I can just please do this. So that's a preview of what Alan's animation is. Or rather, the animation for the conduit unit. An envoy of life and light, tremendous aptitude. Okay, and then the conversation. So you're just gonna stay here? I might join you later on, but I'm looking over what docks we can still use to escape. We need to get out before they blockade them. We may be able to slip out unnoticed. There are about 3 boats in the estuary. I can agree to leaving the island. Elton, Cypress, Venom, and my brother are all waiting for us. But you weren't serious about quitting the Black Fang, were you? Quitting the Black Fang is impossible, but the Black Fang is over. The best we can do is carry its ideals forward. It's not over, you'll see. We can talk about this later. I feel like taking lives. So yeah, I think that's all the content that I missed. Hi again. So I hope you enjoyed watching the prologue playthrough of Black Fang. I just wanted to give a little more context on the ROM hack itself. So there's 2 posts where the ROM hack was, I suppose, released by HHS. One is on Serenae's Forest and the other one is on FE Universe. So these were both posted around the same time. This one was 2020. This is also 2020, so just 1 day apart. So I'll read through these a bit. Obviously don't want to give any spoilers, and I don't think the initial posts have any, but just some more context on the game itself that I didn't really give myself yet, and to give further credit to the creators. So here, HHS says, hello to all the people of Serenae's Forest. Long hibernating member HHS here with a new Fire Emblem ROM hack. Well, sort of new. Years ago, my friend Mariobro3828 and I started the ROM hack Fire Emblem Decay of the Fangs. So like I believe I mentioned before, I actually did play Fire Emblem Decay of the Fangs myself. I think it went up to chapter 12 or so, and then that was the end of the hack as it was at the time. And I also watched Marky Joe do his playthrough of Decay of the Fangs, and I think his playthrough doesn't even reach chapter 12 because I don't think either the hack wasn't that far advanced or Marky Joe just didn't complete his playthrough. But regardless, so I played that game and I absolutely loved it, and then when I saw that the game was completed as Black Fang, I was super excited, and I've played it twice since then, so this would be my 3rd playthrough of the full Black Fang game. But anyway, to continue, well, it's been a hell of a year, and after nearly a decade, the story will finally continue. I'd like to introduce Fire Emblem Black Fang, and as you can see, this is a link to this Wix site. Here is some art for it. I can't remember if this is fan art exactly or if this was created by the same creators that made the game. But you probably recognize these three already, like Chadwick and Luke and Jonas. And in the next, well, in chapter 1, we'll be meeting this character. So yeah, and this is sort of the intro. The Fang's justice is absolute. The 4 Fangs have fallen. The Black Fang is dead. Its purpose polluted, its vigilantes vanquished. It's now up to a small band of survivors to vindicate its legacy and in the process, bring revolution to Elib. Take command of a rogue faction with a never-say-die attitude and a penchant for violence. Directly following the events of Fire Emblem and setting the stage for Fire Emblem, The Binding Blade, Fire Emblem Black Fang is an original story of disenchanted renegades fighting to survive against cutthroats, the nobility, former allies, and gods among men. This is a game about survivors of the Black Fang being forced to find a new meaning after Hector and Ellie would decimate their army. Tonally, this game is a bit darker and more adult-oriented than most Fire Emblem games, with a few serious and earnest moments, but it is mostly intended to be a bit silly. I think it's worth noting that for context. So some people might expect games to be super serious all the time. And if you know in advance, like if you're watching a movie and you know it's supposed to have some absurdities and silliness, then you won't be as annoyed or frustrated if there is silliness in it. Anyway, the game is inspired as a tribute to the members of the Decay of Dragons forums, whom many of the characters are based on. If some jokes don't land for you, please overlook it with this in mind. I think the rest isn't necessarily that interesting to go into, but you can read it on your own time. I'll try to remember to link to this post in the description for this video. So there's a link here to the patch, which is the version I'm playing, and there's a link to the Discord. And then there's a gallery here that says shouldn't have any spoilers, but I'll not really show that. Anyway, you can take a look if you're interested. So as I said, here's the other post. I believe it says basically the same things. There's a patch here that it says is for 1.08, but you can see at the bottom here that it looks like it's really the 2.5 patch. So I should most likely repatch my base game so that I can play on the latest version, because there might be some interesting changes to see there. I don't know if I'll necessarily want to re-record the prologue, because I doubt there are changes in the prologue itself. But if you were to start playing this game, I would recommend you download this latest 2.5 patch from this FE Universe post. And then this is also the Discord channel that HHS has. You can go there to report bugs and things, and there's also another hack that's currently, or last I heard was currently in progress, that people might also be interested in. He sort of mentions that here. You can talk about your thoughts about balance and design. And then here's some more art that is a lot more interesting after you've played the game and met some of these characters. And yeah, I just wanted to give some additional context on the game and the creators, and some information surrounding the game. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video.